Guess it's time. Everybody ready? Charlie, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Sure, please remove your caps. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. The minutes of the December 20 board meeting have been distributed. We have a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
Charlie and Chura seconds the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. The minutes of the December 28th special meeting have been distributed. Entertain a motion to approve those.
Motion.
Malone,
LaPreece, second.
second by LaPreece. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. The minutes of the January 7 special meeting have been distributed. Entertain a motion to approve those. Chura, Malone. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And the minutes of the organizational meeting have been distributed. Is there a motion to approve those?
I'll make the motion.
LaPreece and Malone. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Moving on to the treasurer's report. Bill Dwyer.
Okay, first we'll do codes. That's just the one page. If I just save paper, got it all on one page. Top of the page is for the year. This is the balance and the checking and the savings. The bottom of the page is a list of the vouchers for the year. Turn it over is the checking account for the year, and the bottom is the savings account for the year. And they're all year-end totals.
Any questions for Bill?
Okay. And going on now to the district one, we have 41 district vouchers, no code vouchers, 3 credit card vouchers, 1 over. And on the front page, first page of the district one, you won't get what you're used to. This isn't the monthly reports reporting on the last month. This is the year end, so the format's going to be a little different. And on the first page here, I printed out the income for the district. And then I subtracted out at the bottom there, the 147,000. That's the property tax. So that left us 44,000. That was the income we received. And that's the interest, insurance recoveries, training tower, CPR income, reimbursed expenses. So that's our income. It doesn't show on our budget, the report. So keep that in mind. All right, page 2 and 3 is the yearly again. And on page 3, my writing there, QuickBooks comes up and shows us with 568,000, but you need to take out the 362 that I transferred into the reserve. So our fund balance from our budget is $206,819.96, plus some of that income from the first page, $44,619. Not all of it will count of the income. Some of it is what they call, it's not new money. It is new money. Some of it is old money. I'm going to give you an example. some of the reimbursed expenses where I paid a bill twice. So when I get the check back for the second time, I deposit it, but that's not new money, that's part of the, okay? So you can't add the 44 to the 206, okay? On page 4 is another breakdown of the year end. Top left, these are from the bank statements, December's bank statements. So our fund balance is $241,395.71. The checking account, savings account, and the payroll account, that's what was left in those. Go over across to the right. Reserves, those are what's in the reserve account for a total of $1,706,381.14. The apparatus fund under reserve already has in it the $362.97 that we transferred into the reserves. Go further to the right, the capital improvement is going to get $141,395 in February when I get the tax money, when the district gets the tax money. And the equipment fund's going to get $100,000 added to it when the tax money comes in. And in the middle, just shows you that's the 362, all of that went into the apparatus fund. And at the bottom is our fund balance of 241, and 141 is going to go into a capital improvement and 100,000 into equipment.
And those were decisions that were made at the December special meeting on December 28th.
Yep. On page 5 are the referendums for the year, last year. Some of them are still ongoing. We've got 5 referendums. The one at the top is to purchase a second sport utility vehicle. And that's gonna, when we get it, we haven't paid it yet, it hasn't come in, it's $43,777.68. And going down, second one, referendum 1, $60,000, that one came in yesterday, was it? And we've already
You have
paid,
them flip-flopped.
what was that?
You have them flip-flopped, technically. The second one, came
Oh.
in, the first one hasn't.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't matter, it's the same amount.
All right. That one's already been paid out of reserve, $42,762.
So that number 5
This should be number,
is still 60,000.
yeah, it should be 1. You want to change that to a 1 and 1 to a 5. The next one down. Okay, thank you. And then the referendum 4 is for the new rescue pumper. And we've spent $262,000 on a partial payment to that. And equipment reserve, we're down to $7,000 left out of the $90,000. And below that was the capital improvement reserve. We've got $164,000 still left. At the very bottom where it says not referendums, I need to remind you that those figures, everything's based on last year's budget. So that technically doesn't exist anymore. So you have $568.20 left in that account. But that account is no more because that wasn't a referendum. That was based on last year's budget, which is gone. Okay?
So that's
Gone.
at 0 now.
That's 0. And, let's see. Next page is the service award, page 6, top of the page for the year. Started out $1,076,000 there, went down to $840,000. And just a side note, we lost $162,000, but we paid out $144,000 in service awards, but we still lost $162,000. And then at the bottom, I just printed a statement from Lincoln showing you the same figure. vouchers then follow, 7, 8, and 9 are tonight's vouchers, for a total of $74,976. Oh, on page 7, this one, you want to add, I left out the word our aid. Two up from the bottom where it says rehab, 68 cases for rehab, 68 cases of power aid. And that's it. Mike Chura wins the bank statements for this month. That's it.
Any questions for the treasurer? Seeing none, we have a motion to approve payment of the vouchers as audited. Chura? Rafkus. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
I'll make the motion.
Rafkus, Chura. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Correspondence.
The Central Region Fire District Association meeting is January 23rd at Lakeside. Any commissioners or district officials that want to go, let me know. The Onondaga County Fire Coalition 14th Annual Fire and Emergency Education and Legislative Conversation is on January 28th. 8 to 11 in Cicero. Again, if you're interested in going, let me know. The 2023 annual meeting and leadership summit expo is May 18th to 20th at Turning Stone, and that's for the Association of Fire Districts of the State of New York. Charlie LaPriest submitted his participation in nonprofit organizations. Chairperson of Canton Wood, Chair of the Woodworking Special Interest Group, and member of the Friends of Daniel Parish Witter Agricultural Museum. Kit Thompson submitted her nonprofit participation. These are for insurance coverage. She serves on the board of directors of the Association of Fire Districts of the State of New York, serves on the board of the Riverview Cemetery Association, Secretary of Lysander Public Safety, and Secretary Treasurer of the Central Region Fire Districts Association. I have submitted a letter doing business with the fire district. I serve as a director on the board for Fire Districts Mutual. No conflict at this time. I'm not a decision maker in any capacity. Should any conflicts arise, I would notify the board of fire commissioners and the board of Fire Districts Mutual. Kit submitted her travel dates for the Association of Fire Districts. And that's all I've got.
Okay, and just a reminder, anybody who wants to go to Central Region next Monday night, let me know. And that on our County Fire Coalition legislative conversation. Yeah, let Amy know on those. Chief's report, Chief Ruth.
Under equipment purchases, the new portable radios for the chief's cars, Truck 2 and Rescue 2 are in service. The remainder of the radios are in the office, still awaiting chargers. We don't have any new updates on the date that they'll be in. The NOx system for Truck 2 has been returned. It will be installed soon. Truck 2, the punch list is complete. They just finished the striping in the panel on 1/11. The new apparatus, Chief's vehicle has arrived, came in yesterday. Chief Speech and I will be taking it down on Monday to begin the process of the lettering and the lights and then the striping. Nothing new on the rescue pumper at this time. Special events, there's nothing. COVID, we have authorized the removal of the masks in the kitchen, but continue food service gloves. Zoll EMS charts and software, we're continuing to work with a few members on charts and with some of the issues there. Members are encouraged to put a duty crew in. It's just another reminder for the engine in Squad 91. And members are again reminded to keep using brakes. That's it.
Any questions? Chief? Chief Corcoran is here. Do you have a report?
Nothing this evening.
Okay, thank you. Chief Speech is here. Do you have a report?
Not this evening, Bill.
Committee reports, building and facilities. Amy, do you have anything to report on that?
The last email I sent to Schaefer was the end of November. I never got a response. After some discussion, I reached out to our attorney, gave us a couple options. We can send him a letter. He thinks we can get out of the contract because it's 18 months over. I don't know if we want to reach out again, see if we can get an ETA before we make a decision, or just move forward with the letter that Steve suggested.
Pleasure.
I think we should probably get a couple more bids.
Well, we have to,
Go back to the whole process.
I think we'd have to get out of it before
Send a letter,
send a letter and then put it out to bid
send a
again.
letter, and get another bid. Because we have no idea how much materials are gonna cost at this point and what the time frame will be.
Well, I think the process is if we get out of this contract, then we have to start from scratch and put the whole job out to bid, public
Yeah,
bid, yeah.
because because of the amount, it's a public.
Are we still leaking in the roof, Jerry?
It hasn't leaked the last storm, just at one time. What if we reach out to them and see where they're at, see if they can still abide by the contract, see if we can get a time frame from that.
I mean, it's ordered, but every time I've gotten a response, it's, well, it's a, supply chain issue and it'll be a price increase, but he's never given any indication. The problem is we're set, if it's over the amount that we set the permissive referendum for, we have to start over anyway. But it's ordered, it might be worth a shot just to see where we are before.
I called last week to talk to him and he was out of town. And I asked the secretary if he answers his email and only when he's in town. So it was on Monday was Martin Luther King Day. It was kind of a long weekend plus.
It doesn't have geographic email.
No. So we could probably reach out to him and see what his,
Those big jobs.
because I know he is close, but 18 months is a long time to wait with no progress.
Well, we want to see what kind of response we get from him. If we get no response, we go ahead and cancel, but give him another chance to respond and.
So do you want to reach out guess, alternative, reach out one more time. If no response by a certain date, do you want to move forward with a letter from the attorney? Or do we want to?
That would be appropriate. Because I mean, he's had 18 months, and every time we've called, he hasn't returned it.
Yeah.
Any type of
Yeah.
message.
So you want a date? January
31st.
31st?
Go by the end of the month. Yep.
We agree with that, January 31st, until then, if he doesn't come forth with some solid information, we'll have the attorney, follow the attorney's advice,
Okay.
okay? New truck, is there anything else under building and facilities?
The ice maker at Station 2, we got a quote on that. And it seems, I don't know if that the ice container is different from the ice machine. I wonder if you can just get the ice maker and put it on top of the container. Because when I called, they're separate entities. And the price he quoted you was for the entire ice machine. So I'm just wondering if we can just get a quote for the ice machine and just put it on the ice container. That way you won't have to worry about, because if it's the same, same size.
Oh.
Because I mean, it doesn't list it, but when I looked up, it gave the price for the ice machine is one price, and the price for they call the hopper is another machine. So if he wants to, do an install, all they have to do is take the 21-year-old ice machine off the top and put the new one on, and not worry about the hopper, and the hopper be the same. So, but he needs to price out both the ice machine and the hopper separately. Because we have the hopper, that's plastic, that's not going anywhere. So, that would reduce the cost a good bit,
As long as they're compatible.
as long as they're compatible. And I know you said it was 8 to 10 week
That's
time frame to get it in, so that would, we don't need. Okay?
Yep.
Do you want to make a motion up to a certain amount? Do you kind of have an idea? Or wait?
Wait to see what he comes back with the bid, because I know he bid this out at like 48
I think that's for both pieces.
pieces for both pieces, but he doesn't list it out as both pieces. He just listed it as one unit. So,
Is that installed?
yeah, that's installed.
Well, what if we approve that figure, and then if you get it for less, that's cool.
Okay.
Is that a motion?
Yeah.
Okay, what was
Make a
it?
motion for 486748. 48.
4,900?
Make it 49 then, just under 5.
Up
Is there
to
a second?
4,900.
No second. Sure, a second. Okay. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. New truck committee? Anything there?
Nothing new on the
Yeah.
rescue bumper. And as for other new vehicles, Chief Luke's already covered it. We've got one of the cars in, we're waiting the second one, and they're working on the fellows and lists for it and straight. That's it. Truck.
Okay. Lysander Public Safety meeting was last night. Charlie, you were there. Do you have any?
A lot of discussion was had. One of the things that they're looking for is Mike Stock with Plainville has stepped down, and there's a void in the Tri-County Water Task Force. I think that we have personnel in our department here that could head that up. I think it's a great asset to the county, so haven't had a chance to talk to anybody about it yet, but I think that we do have the people here that are more than qualified to handle it, and you know, we've gone on a lot of the trainings that they've had, and I think, like I said, it's an asset to the county. What else? Bunch of other discussion was had. Maybe you can elaborate on it, you took a lot of notes.
The town is interested in
Big one, yeah.
the future and the well-being of the fire service in the town. They have some money from, what is it, COVID money or?
COVID money, yes.
Yeah, and perhaps, you know, if there's a specific need that a department or a district can identify, they would entertain some distribution of those funds.
So they have, what, $1.2 million that they have, and looking to give it away. We need to come up with something, we as a department and the other departments in the coalition need to come up with a need, whether it's SCBA bottles, whether it's some sort of equipment that we need, that our people need. We just need to let them know, and then they'll say yes, no, or go from there. So it is something that we need to take advantage of, definitely.
The high school program evidently is continuing with the school being the sponsor of the program. And one of the thoughts was perhaps that could be a revenue source if we needed one for something for the school program, because we no longer have the funding from the SAFER grant.
GVHC has already taken advantage of it. One of their ambulances was purchased with some of that money, so it's definitely there. We need, like I said, to take advantage of it before it disappears.
Is there a deadline?
I'm sure there is.
We didn't hear one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Budget and finance.
I have nothing to report.
Okay. IT committee,
Nothing new.
Nothing.
there. Personnel, don't think we have anything to report. Caretaker leader, Jerry Tanner has submitted his report. I see you've got a note here about hydrant markers. How are we doing on supply of hydrant markers?
Like 10 left. I don't know of many hydrants that don't have them on them now. The old ones are getting old, and it's probably gonna be up for replacement. And that ought to be a real challenge with the rusted bolts.
What about that new development down off Patchett, Cotton Canyon or whatever?
I was down there, I got 5 or 6 down there. I put in 20 to 25 with the timber banks and down by my house in the end there. There was the 3 places I spent time on. There's new hydrants there.
Any questions for Jerry? Truck maintenance.
Something has been repaired for the outrigger. Squad 2 will be going out soon for its repairs.
Building maintenance, touched on that a little bit. Is there anything more?
We have a sprinkler
Oh, there's what was it, a flow valve
flow valve
that needs to be repaired here.
here.
I want to say it was what, $750?
Yes. They found it on maintenance, which they found out was faulty, so. We're gonna replace that. Other than that, I don't think of anything.
I think it was it.
What was that, Charlie?
Mike asked me if there was anything else. I said, no, that was it. The flow switch at Station 1.
Policy review, we do have the physical policy that Amy revised that to take out the specific name of the provider because we are no longer using well now, 5-star, whatever. So we made that generic with the fire district designated physician or licensed healthcare provider throughout. Also, the medical evaluation shall obtain the information requested by the OSHA respirator medical evaluation questionnaire and forms provided by the district's designated physician. In the past, it said that those forms were attached. Those forms change periodically, so we just changed that to the forms provided by the district designated. And another wording in the next paragraph where it referred to section 2, and what it was referring to was section 2 of the OSHA respirator questionnaire. Well, we took that out of the, it's not attached any longer, so if it's not attached any longer, we won't refer to it and just say that any changes in medical conditions that may affect job performance during the period of time between the physicals, it's the volunteer's responsibility to notify the district of those changes. So are there any other comments or suggestions? I entertain a motion to approve physical policy 00-024 as presented. Chura and Raskus. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. I think perhaps the next item is because we didn't reaffirm those district
Yeah,
policies at the organizational
When I did the
meeting.
minutes, I realized we missed it, so
Yeah,
put it.
we need to do that, to reaffirm the district policies with the understanding that they are living documents and changes will be made as needed with approval of the Board of Fire Commissioners. Someone want to make that motion? Chura, Raskus seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. New business, to approve the attendance at the AFD-SNY, that's the Association of Fire Districts of the State of New York, their annual meeting at Turning Stone, May 17th to 20 for commissioners and district officers. We already have a couple who are interested in attending, so I need a motion to that effect.
Make a motion.
Malone,
Second.
LaPreece, seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Then, this is similar, but to approve attendance at the State Association Commissioner Training, Annual Training, and Regional Training for Commissioners and District Officers. Entertain a motion. Chura,
Malone.
Malone, All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. The next item, public hearing for virtual meetings. So during COVID, remote meetings were held under emergency declaration by the governor. Now that special rule ended in September. However, the rules covering open meetings changed during that whole period. So now, if we want to hold any meetings by video conferencing, we need to hold a public hearing and then pass a resolution that will allow us to hold meetings by video conferencing. Only then can a member of the board who is homebound or on vacation participate remotely.
I don't think that vacation is one of the options.
Oh, okay.
Vacation is not one of the options for that.
Oh, really? Okay, well, the fact is, I think that they can't participate.
Right, so if you're sick or unable to for illness or whatever, but vacation is not one
Okay,
of the
well,
issues.
that's fine. So if we want to hold a remote meeting sometime in the future, we need to do the hearing and move forward. If we don't want to, we say, okay, hey, that's it, we never want to do this, then we can just drop it and let it go. So I guess we need to decide whether we want to move forward with a public hearing and give us the option of remote meetings.
I'll make a motion. I could just say that, Dept, please.
Oh, okay, so that we would hold a public hearing.
You want this put in place so you don't have to cancel a meeting?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
But you need a public hearing for that, right?
yeah. Okay. So I guess,
If I understand you correctly.
yeah, so you'll make a motion to hold a public hearing to move forward with the process.
To have it in place unless you think different.
No, I think
We have to pass there's a resolution for video conferencing, so it's this whole, so essentially you guys would be approving, it's not really a motion, you have to pass this resolution. So it's, you set the date to hear all interested parties and citizens regarding the adoption of a proposed resolution relating to the authorization of members with the Board of Fire Commissioners to attend meetings by video conferencing under extraordinary circumstances as permitted, Article 7 of the Public Officers Law. And that's like disability, illness, caregiving responsibilities, or any other significant or unexpected factor or event which precludes the member's physical attendance at such meetings. Please take further notice that interested persons may attend the public hearing and offer comment on the proposed resolution, and that the practice of permitting participation in hearings and meetings by the use of video conferencing. You may obtain a copy of the proposed resolution from the Secretary of the Board of Fire Districts located at 8435 Brook Road. Prior to the hearing, copies of the proposed resolution would be also available at the public hearing. And it spells out the rules and the reference to the law as to when it would be acceptable in the process for video conferencing procedures.
So do you think that whole thing needs to be in our resolution?
Yeah.
Okay, as Amy read it, and to set a public hearing for a certain date? Okay, so I was suggesting that the public hearing could be prior to our next meeting, so we wouldn't have to have a special meeting.
I'll do it the same night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe 6:45 or something like that. It certainly shouldn't take long. It's just a procedural thing. So, okay, you started to make the motion. You want to make the motion?
As I read it.
As she read it, and hold the public hearing at 6:45 on February, whatever the,
21st.
February 21st. Okay, so somebody second that motion?
I'll second.
Diane seconds the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so we're moving forward there. That's done. Done. Here. DOT physicals, I think our procedure says that we approve those. And I don't know for sure whether we approve them individually, but you've got three
I have 3
requests.
requests currently for Jeff Root, Joe Porker, and Jeremy Patterson. And then I guess the others can and may be approved as submitted just via email to you guys. So they're supposed to contact me, and then it's approval by the Board of Fire Commissioners.
Yeah. Do you need a motion?
Yeah, okay.
Make a motion for the 3 and then let us know if others come in.
Second by Malone. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. The Sureflame's use of the hall on March 25th for 30 to 35 people, approving alcohol. I'm assuming that's just wine and beer?
Yes. And it's like camp friends.
Pardon?
It's a bunch of people from their camp.
Oh, okay. Someone want to make that motion?
I'll make the motion.
On the trees, second.
Malone.
Sure. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I submitted the dates of my travel for the state association as association director, and that's only for insurance purposes. The district doesn't pay my travel expenses or anything. They're all covered by the association. So it's just for insurance coverage. You have those dates, or you want to just do blanket until?
Someone will have them.
May 17th to the 20th? The May 17th to the 20th, is that how those
No,
dates?
she's got more. March 24th, 25th, 26th, June 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. September 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, May 18th, 19th, 20th, March 22nd, March 18th, and April 15th. Or as needed.
I'll make a motion.
Rafkus,
Malone.
Malone. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay. Any other business from the board? We will be moving to executive session, but before that, we will entertain public comment. Mark?
I expect you guys are going to be expecting this question. A lot of taxpayers out there besides myself, with the tax bills that just came out at a 29.6% increase, when the proposal was a 7.7%.
Well, and I have to personally apologize for giving that bad information, which I did. I think it was after the public hearing, and maybe you had a call during the public hearing or something, or,
Right.
but at any rate, I personally gave you the wrong information. But it doesn't change what we gave everybody at the public hearing and said that it'll be 20 cents increase in the tax rate. And if you own a $100,000 home, you're now paying, last year you paid $131. This year you'd pay $154. That would be a $23 increase.
Yep.
If you own a $200,000 home, you were paying $262, you would now pay $308, $46 increase. And a $300,000 house, you were paying $393, now paying $462, $69 increase.
Because mine, looking at my own bill, my assessment's at 125, and my increase was roughly a $50 increase.
Could be,
125.
because the town increased assessments.
My assessment from the town, $1,000 is all mine went. Because the assessments, the towns, I believe they were saying that they were putting a hold on the raising of the assessments for this year. And looking at my bill, it only went up 1,000.
Wow. 20 cents.
Yep. So 20 for 100,000 is
20, for a $100,000 home, you were paying
so
131.
20. So then another,
Because the tax
half of
rate
that would
was,
be 10. So now I'm up to, it doesn't add up.
They didn't change, they didn't hold the assessments, because mine went up 30,000,
Yeah,
35,000.
yeah, most assessments went up 10, 20, or yours did go up 10,
And
did one.
I'll have to double check my bill again. I was looking at it again today, but my
I
assessment.
suspect it went up 10, not
Right,
1.
I'll double check it,
Yeah,
but,
but at $1.31,
yep,
and that's what the tax rate was, that meant $131.
okay.
It went up to 150, to, 150, I don't think it was 154, I think maybe 152 or 153. That's $154.
159,058 is what it went up to, is what the tax rate is. 1.509058.
But 509, so $1.51. Yeah, $1.51. Here we said $1.54. So it actually was $1.51, which is less, but it related to $23 more a year.
Okay, now, with that extra money now that you're gonna be getting in, and the future plan still hasn't been put into motion here, where's all this extra money gonna be set aside, or how is that going to be in a separate account just for the future of what your proposal was? How's that gonna work?
It's something we've got to work through. But if we, and this is
Right,
if we did what we said, this is a plan.
Yep, yep.
This is a plan moving forward. We had to have the money to support the plan.
Okay,
Now, if we don't do it, we have to decide how to work it out.
okay. Now, it's just something that taxpayers, I know some people have asked and questioned.
Sure, it's significant.
Oh,
There
it
is
is.
there's no
Absolutely.
doubt about it, but my question is, do you have a better alternative?
Not yet.
So, significant, no question. But I apologize for giving you the wrong information that night,
Right.
which I did all by myself.
Okay, all right.
Any other questions, comments? So we will move to executive session. I don't think we have a, probably don't have business afterwards. We don't anticipate any business after the executive session. The executive session is for 8, the resume and employment history of an individual which may lead to his or her dismissal. So does someone want to make that motion? Malone? Sure. Seconds. All in favor? Okay, so we'll move to executive session.